Monday, April the 22nd, 2013. I'm down in Surrey. About to undertake the 12 miles to Lingfield. This is free walk, a number of which I forget off the top of my head at the moment, which is a good start. And this is a test for my camera, see if it still works. Fingers crossed. As you can see, 11:15, about 12 miles to do. Let's press on, because it's quite busy here. Yep, free walk 135 is the number. It's a very sunny, pleasant day at the moment, although a few April showers are forecast later on. Again, fingers crossed. Nice chill breeze, around about 10 degrees I'd guess. Turning right into Johnsdale, and where that splits ahead at the green there, we take a left. Just prior to taking the alley on the left to the A25, as mentioned in the text, got an interesting looking viaduct there on the right. From this angle it looks like the original brick viaduct was either bombed or collapsed in some shape or form, or they run out of money, but it does look like at one point it was entirely brick. Now following this bridleway, which turns out to be a very pleasant sunken lane. Some interesting routes on my right here. The railway line entering a tunnel down below on my right, as referred to in the text. There is actually a wire fence between me and the railway line, but I'm bypassing that. Okay, opposite Icehouse Road we pass a building called Chart, or a property called Chart Grange, and then you'll find this footpath marker, public bridleway, Greensand Way. And fences. Now entering the National Trust's Limpsfield Common, West Heath. Greensand Way veers left there. My understanding is we take this path to the right, keeping the heath on your right. Plenty of birdsong around today. Delightful. Already reached Woodland territory, and in a distance there you may be able to hear a chiff-chaff. Amazing what happens in a week, eh? Last week I heard my first one, now they're probably going to be about in abundance. I also understand that some walkers yesterday, or Saturday, saw swallows or martins down on the Cuxton walk, so they're here already, albeit a tad late. Okay, 150 metres on, we fork left here. Just past a small bench on my left. Just reached a small clearing referred to in the text with a seat on my right. A further track continuing ahead, but our track is over to the left towards the houses and running parallel to a lane. It should also be noted that within a week paths have dried out massively. The Greensand Way is now very much a sandy footpath today, albeit that I'm not on the official Greensand Way at the moment. But anyway, get what I mean, it's Greensand. Come out opposite the former St Michael's School, which was closed in 2002 apparently, and is now luxury apartments. Some school, eh? Sign of the times. Satellite dishes and mobile phone masts in the belfry. text refers to crossing over Wolf's Road to a bridleway opposite. This is in fact a footpath. Anyway, continue for 200 metres. Been a further amendment since the text was written. Clearly it looks like they've taken the advice of the author of the walk, and now you don't turn left. Greensand Way continues ahead, crossing the road as the text suggests. The other two routes are over on my left, so that's what the text's referring to. So we're now heading through this delightful scenery for a further 500 metres. Really is uplifting doing these walks on a day like today. Great weather, pleasant breeze, delightful bird song. Clears the mind. It's interesting because for such a significant footpath, the Greensand Way doesn't really get much of a badge, does it? A black GW painted on a blue background. I think it deserves a bit more than that. Anyway, text refers to ignoring all the ways off, and there sure are a lot of them. I do like ancient woodlands. Great for mosses and lichens and what have you. Look at this tree here. The opposite Stoneswood Road you have this footpath. Don't take that, turn right, 100 metres on the left is where we're headed for the Greensand Way again. So just past Link's cottage appropriately enough, as I do believe we're headed on a golf course shortly. And once again the Greensand Way gets a tiny little mention. Almost an afterthought. Over there we go. Jay at work over there. Gone. So as I said, just about to hit the golf course. And here the Greensand Way does get a decent plaque or marker. Onward journeys over there. Kings Hill Chapel, an early 19th century evangelical church, which I've passed in the reverse direction on Book 2, 16A walk I believe it was. Here we are, views on the right from Paston's Road, views which I've filmed on a number of previous occasions, mainly on the Hurst Green walks I believe. Following what is marked as a private drive towards the house called Headland. I think on previous occasions I've gone uphill there. But anyway, that's the route of the Greensand Way officially. But as you can see, public footpath does go into Headland's Drive. And the secret is that the public footpath goes through this little gate on the left. House being straight ahead of us there. Walking down yet another delightful sunken footpath, or it's almost a lane, a greenway. First real muddy section of the day. And as you can see, all down to horses by the looks of it. And this brings us out to this lovely vista, which I have filmed previously, but minus this fallen tree. That's a new addition to the scenery. Another one bites the dust. Wonderful. So here we take the alternative path, avoiding the garden. Passing a couple of donkeys, sheep. The very rural idyll that is Tenchley's Manor and farmhouse to my right. Views around Wood Common Road, which I've just crossed. View back towards the manor house there. This is the scenery just past the footbridge referred to in the text, whereby we follow the right hand side of this field for 450 metres, and I do detect now that the wind's picking up, so those April showers may yet arrive, worryingly. Great tit is by far the most prevalent songbird I'm hearing at the moment. As I keep mentioning, it's got a variety of songs, seems to be everywhere. Crossing over the ford mentioned in the text. What an amazing plant that is. Just coming into bud. Quite a big plant, about 10 inches tall. And it's in this damp former pond in the grounds of Stockenden Farm or house. Surprisingly, it's in spite of all the rain, doesn't have any water in it. Stockenden house just in the distance there. Opposite the farm, got a metal kissing gate here which we now follow. And a lucky survivor of that harsh winter we've just had. Lovely creature. Not many made it though, especially out in the hills. Pond over there on my right. It really is amazing how quickly the ground is drying out. Say just a few weeks ago this would have been an absolute quagmire, I'm sure. As I keep saying, it won't be long before drought orders are being announced. Chaffinch singing there in the background. Hey, slightly confusing. The text refers going through the field gate on the left. As you can see, there are a number of options here with footpaths either way, but I think the clue is the railway line in the distance, so take the path clearly that takes you towards that and you should be alright. Now I understand that in season this is probably a delightful bluebell wood. Unfortunately I'm a tad early, but I think I do see some ransom. No, it's not ransom, at least it doesn't smell like it. Any clues, Harrison? You're pretty good with your flowers. Or anyone else? Something I'll have to check out. Anyway, certainly a lot of it in this wood. Along with celandine. Little cluster down here. I think it's celandine. Anyway, the onward journey's clear. Delightful piece of woodland this is. I think I've been through this before, mind you, in the opposite direction again. There we have it. Some very early arrivals. English as well. As opposed to the Spanish ones I saw last week. Crossing over the Uckfield line. Onward journey. Very poor this style. Obviously a recent bit of fence here, and you can see that they haven't used the original fence post. They've added a new one just behind next to the footpath marker. Consequence is the style doesn't actually operate the other side of the fence, so it's quite a drop for those that are less able, if they can get over it at all. Not good enough, Mr. Farmer. Male pheasant there, cock pheasant, busily having his lunch in that pile of manure. Delightful colours that bird has. Staffhurst Wood there ahead of us, then lunch. Okay, about to enter Staffhurst Wood, a Woodland Trust property. Turning left in Staffhurst Wood along the broad track. Again, another delightful bluebell wood, I dare say. Lots of those white flowers and celandine. So there you go. Delightful woodland this is, as you'd expect from the Woodland Trust. In a few weeks this is going to be absolutely flooded with bluebells. I'm just a tad early. Well, normally I wouldn't be. The seasons are running just that bit behind schedule at the moment, so unfortunately I've missed out. But some lucky devils will get that pleasure in a few weeks' time if the walk gets posted. Try and get this video up prior to the flowers blooming. Lovely woodland this is, full of bird song, spoilt only by the appearance of jet noise from Gatwick. Just starting to hear it now. The disused concrete circular construction there, whatever it is, on my left. There's the circular concrete construction over there. I'm stood on the cross paths. Initially I went sailing by these horse blocking barriers on my right, but that's the direction I'm now going to take, following the direct route as opposed to the extended southern route, which I inadvertently started taking. Information board about Staffhurst Wood, echo of the wildwood, song by Paul Weller. I wonder if it was named after this area. Wild wood. Not quite as remote and wooded as the church on the Ockley to Warnham walk that I rested at the other week, and I'll probably do the same here as well, seeing as I've spied a free bench over there. What a delightful little place this is as well. Primroses everywhere in the garden. Lovely. Well, that's confusing. Every 5th Sunday, oh, except 5th Sunday of month. So that must refer to February, I guess. Today's lunchtime stop. Chair donated by Helen Evelyn Gilbert Webster. This church was originally set up as a mission room in 1898 apparently. And was consecrated as a church in 1930. Nice little epitaph that. A life filled with loving and giving and fun. Okay, 2:10, we're back on the move. Another Woodland Trust property now, Great and Little Earls Woods. Got a bit greyer now, sun's disappeared. One of those Woodland Trust memorials that you can purchase. This one being dedicated to celebrate someone's silver wedding. Although I'm not sure you can actually request particular woods. Your tree ends up where you're given, I think. Lovely. This is the suggested lunchtime stop, the Royal Oak. Which by all accounts has pleasant gardens with a good view. Big car park anyway. So here's the pub and its gardens from the small car park that you walk through to get to the next step of the journey. As you can see, the clouds are greying up a bit now. Onward journey's over there, I do believe. Onward journey is west, past St Barn, ahead of us there. I notice on this section of the walk past St Barn, towards the East Greensand railway line over there, all the footpath markers have strangely disappeared. It's not absolutely evident where the onward journey is from here, but sure something will leap out at me as I approach the rail line. There's a buzzard busy at work. Often heard before seen, with its mewing sound. Making the most of the turbulence. St Farm, you can just about make out this white collection of posts in the distance, so aim for that, and that's where you need to cross. So now crossing the East Greensand line, which is the one I'll be on later, and got off earlier. My goodness, these ones are very young. They've just come out the womb. Clearly they haven't, because they've been branded, but very young. Another well-maintained style. You can't get over that style because of the hedge being allowed to grow the way it has. So clearly people have to clamber over either the gate or that wooden fence. The brambles in the way as well. So having complained about that, turns out the gate works anyway. I thought it was chained up. It's not, so you can use the gate. Certainly today anyway. Delightful yellow riverside plant there. There's a lot of it about down there. Whatever it is. Robin singing in the background. Crossing over the River Eden. Okay, I'm just about to cross over the stile 50 metres prior to the railway line, Red Hill Tonbridge branch, and this is the view back. Lots of buzzards around today, flying out of these trees on my left. And as you may be able to hear, a train is coming out the tunnel, I believe, on the East Greensand line, which we crossed a little while ago. The railway, and here's our onward journey over this stile. Just prior to Crowhurst, where you turn left and go up the driveway of this property here, some works going on, which means that this trench is preventing easy access to the lane. Not impossible, but just a warning. Similar ironworks to down in Ludston, this time up in Crowhurst, just in front of the mansion house there, which by all accounts is a 16th century building, elf-shaped farmhouse. As we enter this churchyard, following this footpath sign, through the Lich Gate. Ahead of me there is the Crowhurst yew, over 1,000 years old by all accounts, and when it was hollowed out in 1820 they found a cannonball inside dating from the Civil War. Anyway, let's go and have a closer look at the information panel. No, well, the information panel doesn't tell us that sort of information. It's one of 50 Great British yews. Great British trees, actually. Look at the size of it. And don't forget it's been hollowed out as well. Regenerates itself, apparently. Wish I could do that with my legs. Someone's even installed a gate. Amazing. It's a wonder it grows at all with its centre hollowed out. Charming. Truly are amazing trees. Like everything that gets ancient though, needs its props. Okay, from Crowhurst Church there in the distance, I've decided to take the extended route through Ashen Plantation. Nice views on the left. I'm getting the impression that something, a speck of mud or something is in the middle of my camera and obscuring the view. Apologies for that if that is the case. I'm going to have to clean this thing up. Still suffering from mud by the looks of it. So here we are, entering Ashen Plantation, adding an extra K to the walk. I don't know if that's included in the figures or not, but should be pleasant enough. Sounds of chiff-chaffs everywhere, although not right now, sod's law. Okay, you see two stalls ahead of us there. You don't take those, as this footpath marker on my right shows. Take this footpath to the left, down the edge of the wood, which again is going to be a lovely bluebell wood. So there's several bluebell woods on this walk, highly recommended for the bluebell season. Okay, here we are. You can see from the notification on that tree where our onward journey is, the bleach path across the field there, which won't be that muddy as per the text, because it's been grown now to some kind of plantation. So what we've done with Crowhurst Church there in the distance is just do an additional circle, really. Around about 3:45 now. Crowhurst Place up there on the hill. Original building dates from 1450 apparently, for those that want to research it further. And I take that back, this field could be potentially muddy. There's this week's death. I've had one for a few weeks. Little shrew, I think. Closer view of Crowhurst Place with its monkey puzzle, which I was just talking to someone on the phone about as it goes. So where the large field gate blocks the way, we continue on left, looking out across towards Lingfield and East Greensand yonder. Turn left here at this oddly positioned wooden bench, obviously there for a reason. Onward journey is clear. Simple message. Ian and Jackie. They know who they are. Turning right westwards along this greenway. This is Moat Farm, and although I can't see any right now, I've just seen about a dozen swallows. So, April the 22nd, 2013, summer's arrived. More than one, so yeah, definitely summer's arrived. Delightful sight. You can hear them in the background. Not that, but they are about, believe me, even if I can't prove it. Just walked over this stream under Moat Farm's driveway. There's been a bit of diversion here, as you can see. Seems the footpath is further down now. We're following something called the Age to Age walk, and there's Surrey County Council's notice about the route being diverted. This is the route to Lingfield Church section. The version has thrown me a little bit here. I'm trying to find Lingfield Common, and I'm not sure if this is the right way. That could be Sunken Farm over there, I'm not sure. But there's a relatively busy road over there on my right, so I'm going to assume from the map that this is going to take me in the right direction, albeit that there's no footpath markers. Hopefully I'm still on track here, and that notice is wrong. Right, somehow I think I'm now on Lingfield Common, albeit that I've got here inadvertently. I haven't come across the church yet, mind. What used to be the attractive guest house, now a library, and God knows how I've managed to get myself here, because the route I've taken I don't think is the official one, all because of that diversion at Moat farm. Anyway, I'll have to look into that, but I've got it, and this is Lingfield's church. Parish Church of St Peter and St Paul, Lingfield. Very pleasant it is as well. And there you go. Self-explanatory. Some great old buildings round about. The place to meet closes at 5 PM, so now closed. This is it, the village pond. It's 5:15 now, so I've just missed the 17:14. I'll wait till the 5:45 one now. There's the village cage, as called. Last inhabitant in there was 1882 by all accounts, a poacher. And there next to it is the 400-year-old oak. So we've seen some old trees today. Lingfield village sign. St Peter's cross to the rear of the cage. Not sure if you can read that. The church from another angle, and its attractive streets from a position just outside the Star, which is just there, a possible late tea time stop. I'm following this footpath down to the station now. New place, whatever that is, made from local stone anyway. It's opposite the station. So here we are, back at Lingfield, famous for its racetrack, but not a part of this walk. Very pleasant walk that was. Nothing particularly outstanding. Usual Surrey Hills scenery, very good. Didn't rain after all that. Very pleasant 12 miles, albeit that towards the end there, after Moat Farm, the route does get a little bit confusing, and I don't believe I was actually on the right route. so that may need some attention from the author. The footpath diversion causes a few problems to the text. Anyway, that's free walk 135 completed, so another one bites the dust. That one took around 6 hours, so I'm definitely slowing down. It's all this filming, I guess, and old age. Anyway, till the next time.